I have no problem with the fact that Tyler acknowledges that that is not the prescribed narrative or predetermined narrative of Black people in America. That is not where you're supposed to be. That's not where you have to be. So the question is, at what point do all of us just kind of confront these cultural issues? And I think you have to confront them aggressively. I think that you have to stop and say, okay, instead of just saying that there's an issue, instead of just complaining about the issue or being sad about the issue, how do we fix this? How do we actually empower people? Because they did the study on rats, and Black people have a huge problem with anxiety and depression, right? You guys know that. And they studied rats, and they found that when rats were put in a situation where they could not fix their problem, then when they've been demoralized to the point where they made the rats believe that there's nothing you can do except sit there and suffer. Those rats were horrendously depressed. They were very depressed. You know what removed the depression? Was when they gave the rats a solution. Did y'all know that? When the rats learned a way to stop the pain, their depression levels went down, so they didn't have that same level of cortisol and I forgot what the other chemical is for depression. I forgot what it's not cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. There's another one. I forgot what it is. But all those levels dropped because they were like, oh, I feel like I have control over my life. Oh my God. And there's nothing more threatening to the establishment than a Black man or Black woman who says, I have the ability to solve my problems, that I can make my life better. I'm okay. I'm empowered. I don't really need you. Serotonin, thank you, Mia. Serotonin levels. That's what it is. The serotonin. The serotonin levels of the rats, the empowered rats, the B1 rats, the B1 rats didn't have the same depression levels. The B1 rats were like, okay, we about to fix this because I ain't going through this crap no more. So I would say to you, be as smart as those rats were, right? In my view, I think everything is a problem that can be solved. I think that when I watch that movie, I understand why Tyler makes those movies. He's always going to make those movies because there's always going to be millions of people that just feel stuck, that want someone to feel sorry for them. And that's fine. There's a whole industry built around Black suffering, right? Think about this. Process this. I'm gonna ask y'all an interesting question. I think this is a good one. I'd like to get your answer on this. Give me a yes or no. If every Black person in America went to therapy and healed from their trauma, would there be a market for a lot of the heavy trauma Tyler Perry movies, like the movie Straw? Would there be as much of a market? Would there be like as many people saying, "Oh my God, I understand. I know what that feels like," right? Yes or no? Right? If every Black person was financially secure, meaning that they didn't have economic problems. They have money in the bank. If the landlord needs money, they pay the landlord. In fact, they become the landlord instead of actually paying to the landlord. Would you think that there would be a market for Tyler Perry movies like this? Yes or no? Right. The answer is no, right? So what happens is that, remember, you can build an economy around anything. Anything, you can build an economic system around education. You can build an economic system around drug dealing. You can build an economic system around green, clean energy. You can build a whole entire economic system around prostitution. You have a choice on what you want to build an economy around. And this is one of the problems with American capitalism is we build economies around things that economies should not be built around. Because remember, money is like this, it's like this heartless demon that it really isn't trying to hurt you. It's just very powerful. It'll just burn right through you and not even think about you. It's like fire. Like fire doesn't like when fire doesn't burn you because it's mad at you. Fire just burns you because that's what fire does, right? A bullet doesn't have a name on it. A bullet isn't like I'm gonna go find that sucker. I want to go get that sucker.